Welcome to the Real Life Artist Podcast. This is the show where we discuss the challenges that come with being an artist, as well as ways you can overcome those challenges through practical applications, shared experiences, and general discussion. My name is Luke. I am your host. Thank you for tuning in. Grab your favorite beverage or snack, you know the drill. Or if you're in your car, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Maybe you're on your commute to work. These are intended to be insightful if you're just going to work or something. Just want to get a little insight into your creative career as an artist. So, today we are talking about pushing hard for our goals and how being too forceful to achieve our goals can actually hurt us, and that we need to loosen up and change how we do things to meet our goals. And I want to start off by saying pushing isn't an inherently bad thing. We must put effort into our dreams and goals to make them a reality. The problem arises, however, when we push in the wrong direction or the wrong spot. So, our outline for today is as follows: 3 points. 1, we're going to talk about pushing in the wrong spot. 2, we're going to be talking about pushing in the wrong direction. And then 3, removing bumps in the road. And I will explain what that means soon. So, let's just get right into it. So, firstly, pushing in the wrong spot. What does this mean? And how does it apply to our creative careers and endeavors? Well, the idea here with pushing in the wrong spot is that you're doing the right kind of work, but you're not executing it in an effective way that's going to keep you going, and it's not really delivering the results you need. So, for example, maybe you're making long-form YouTube videos and you insist on being consistent with that, when really your audience would be better served by short-form videos for your category of work. Or you could reverse that. So let me give you an example. If you are educating producers and musicians, but you only have 30-second videos, your audience might not learn the information they really need to. You're not going to get into those deep topics probably in 30 seconds. But on the flip side of that coin, let's say, let's do another example. If you are showing your musical projects, you're kind of analyzing them and how you did stuff, but you're taking 20 minutes to explain the very basics every time. You're just sort of beating around the bush. It's taking forever. You may lose your audience. They may not be interested. It's too long. So to fix this, pushing in the wrong spot, take a step back from pushing so hard and ask yourself, if I were working with me, how would I prefer to do it? How would I prefer to learn? How would I prefer to receive work? That's the kind of mindset we have to have. And let's set digital journals down for a minute. Let's pull out a piece of paper and actually write this down. If I were working with me, how would I prefer to do it? If I were learning from me, what would be the best way to learn? That's pushing in the wrong spot. 2, pushing in the wrong direction. So this could take many forms. You could be making way too diverse projects or content. Maybe you're making skits, diving tutorials, reaction content, trap tutorials, running videos, caving. It's just all too much to be in one place. You're going to likely confuse your audience. In terms of music, maybe you are a film composer, but you also make chiptune, death metal, orchestral, synthwave, and horrorcore. Okay, now your audience and clients are a little confused. The thing I always think of is you don't necessarily need to pick one group or one niche necessarily. I do recommend being diverse, but make sure you keep focused in one area to one audience. So like, for example, one thing I do is I sell beats and I also have educational content like this, but they're totally separate. They're on separate YouTube channels, and I've got like a beat store and like a different website and stuff, so they're separate. So kind of keeps things focused to one group who want to learn about music tutorials or mindset, but then there's those artists and beat makers and such who might be interested in my beats. So that's pushing in the wrong direction and how we can sort of correct that. Thirdly and lastly, remove bumps in the road. So this applies definitely to pushing too hard. Sometimes when we want to get something done, we sit and work for hours and hours and hours on end, which might give us results, but it also might just exhaust us more than anything and leave us with mediocre results at best. So I propose that instead of working harder and pushing so hard, remove bumps in the road. Well, by removing bumps in the road, I mean develop systems and proven methods for accomplishing tasks. And this could be, having templates in your digital audio workstation, pre-selecting sounds, having preset mixer settings. The list goes on. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, puts it this way. If you have a water hose that has a kink in the middle and you want more water to flow out of it, you have two options. You can either force more water through the hose, which requires more effort, or you can just remove the kink in the hose and apply the same amount of effort or water, but more water will flow. I'm proposing that we optimize and clean up our systems and strategies as suggested. So that is our content. Pushing in the wrong spot, fixing that. We just want to take a step back and ask ourselves, if I were working with me, how would I want to work? How would I do this? Pushing in the wrong direction, make sure to focus up in certain areas and certain groups. Like I said, make 2 YouTube channels if you have to. And lastly, removing bumps in the road, make systems and optimize your workflow so that you can clean things up and work more efficiently. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Real Life Artist. Hope you got something out of today's episode. Please leave a review if you like the show and share it with others, as that helps a bunch. Keep in mind, this is a community of artists helping artists. If you have any problems in your creative field and you're at your wit's end, please send them through an email, message, voice memo to the contact information in the show notes, and we can discuss it in a future episode. Thank you so much. Take care.